Rhythm life on the beat.
What's up, family? Welcome to the channel. Like, subscribe, comment, you know what to do. Hey, so today we're talking about my 2015 GTR R35. Everybody's been wondering what it's like to actually own a GTR, not just see a bunch of videos of it running other cars on the drag strip and on the street and all that. So I'm just gonna give you my own impression of it. I got it back in March from one of my boys who bought it back originally in 2015. And since the day he got it, I told him, yo bro, when you get ready, I'm your guy, let me know, I'll get it from you. And sure enough, earlier this year, he told me he was ready, and boom, we was at the bank, paperwork done. So anyway, getting to it. A little bit of backstory about the GTR. So there's only 4 Japanese builders who actually touched this car. They called Takumis, which really describes a master craftsman who has perfected their skills over many years of hard work and dedication. And so those 4 people were the only ones who actually build the motors to the GTR. One of the main things I love about this car is the body. When people see it, it's almost like they see Steph Curry for the first time in real life. And that's kind of how I feel, because everybody's like treating you like a celebrity when you pull up in this thing. The exterior modifications done to mine is that it's been wrapped in 3M matte pearl white, along with these 20-inch Vossen forged wheels. And then on the outside, it's got the carbon fiber side skirts. Aside from that, it's off to the engine. As everyone knows, it's a twin-turbo V6 motor inside the GTR. My particular engine has been modified by 𝐦𝐨𝐵𝐞 Performance South, which is located north of Atlanta. And so now mine is actually putting down a lot more power than the standard GTR. It's got a flex tune on it, so that I can modify it from either 93 or E85. On 93 octane, it's making 582 horsepower, 599 torque. On E85, what I call corn oil, it makes 640 horsepower with 642 torque. And it's all been done with down pipes being changed out, mid pipes. It's got intakes. The exhaust is still stock. Obviously, it's got the E85 equipment swapped out, the pumps and the injectors, and then tuned by EQ Tech. As you can see from this video, that the motor is signed kind of like the Shelby GT500s. It has the mechanic's name on there that built this particular car. So in the stock form, from the moment you do a cold start to hitting the turn signals and getting out on the road, it's an incredible ride because of the all-wheel drive twin turbo and how it just reacts. It just launches off the line with incredible amount of torque and horsepower. In its stock form, once you're on the highway, it kind of doesn't have a whole lot of power to pull away from other cars, because you know, once you come out of the hole, that's about it. So having done the 𝐦𝐨𝐵𝐞 upgrade, I can launch ridiculously off the line, and even at highway speeds pull away from most cars, because at that point, if I'm making 640 at the wheels, I'm up there with Hellcat and GT500 numbers at the crank. Not quite, but close to some of them. So the interior of this car, it's nice, it's comfortable. I've driven it for several hours and not got uncomfortable. With it being lowered, it is kind of bouncy, like most cars if you've ever lowered one. So if you keep it stock, it's actually pretty comfortable. But it's got all the gauges, tells you everything that's going on with the car, temp, and you know, whatever you want to put, you can kind of modify your gauge. The little blinking light on that lower half is actually where you put your car keys in to the fob to actually recharge the fob, and not having to go to the parts store to recharge your battery. But all in all, I've driven, like I say, Camaro ZL1s, I've owned those. Scat Pack, ISF, Lexus, I mean a whole slew of cars. And out of all of them, this is the one I'll probably keep. I even have a Dodge Viper, but this one right here is probably the one I'll keep. I have a lot of people asking me, will I sell it? I'm not interested in selling this car. This has just been a very fun ride. I wouldn't go any higher than the Sissio 630 package, because I think once you get to the 1,000 horsepower and more, it won't be all that great driving it because of the traction issue. You know, most of us don't get traction with these high power cars, and you'll go through tires if you want to get like triple R Nittos or some sticky version of Super Cups or something. So, you know, I think the car is good at about the 600-700 horsepower range, and it does everything you need. It's gonna dust about anybody on the road anyway. So, you know, one day if you guys want to get a ride or something, put a comment at the bottom and we'll get together. We'll do a little reaction ride. All right, don't forget, like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Let's go.